once again, sitting here watching the news, wondering why people are doing this. Okay, today is a day without women. Okay, granted, life would be different if we didn't have women in the world. But a strike or a protest, not going to work because you're doing this protest or you're doing this strike, is totally wrong. You can represent the women, but go to work just like everybody else does. If I want to protest, I protest around my work schedule. It's even some of them have clauses, that you can't. If you're supposed to be at work, you're supposed to be at work. You're not supposed to be protesting and stuff like that. You can get in trouble, fired, fined, I mean, it's just, it's common sense. We all know that, women still, for some reason, is not getting the same pay as a man. But a lot of, I don't get the same pay as women or men, I start at the bottom of the pay scale and then I work myself up. So you're always going to have that situation to where somebody's going to be making more money than you. Okay? That's the bottom line. I was a supervisor. I had people that I was supervising that made more money than me. Because they were doing the job longer than I have, for many more years. I worked myself up a different way, and so my pay scale was different, So, this equal pay for equal, it's like, it depends on how, it's like anything, it depends on how it goes. But, women's rights are human rights. We all know that, I mean, but, you're sitting here preaching to the choir about, women's rights are human rights, but you don't do nothing about the Saudi Arabians or stuff like that, I mean, we here in America, all they got to do is, if somebody's getting their rights violated, is file a court order. You have legal rights. But other countries, you don't have that. You should be going helping out them, and helping their women get equal rights. Or maybe them women don't want those equal rights. Maybe some women like to be whatever, but you just have to respect them. But that's what you have to do, is you have to respect the women. And you have to respect people, period. But walking out on your job or leaving, because, oh, well, I'm going to support you, on a strike. Well, my understanding, you're not supposed to be having strikes, Congressmen and women, you should be fine. You just call it a strike, or protesting. You're protesting on, I know if I went out and I started protesting or striking while I'm at work, I'd be in serious trouble, So think about that.